There is no better way for you to level up your web development skills than to focus on one thing. And it's not mega menus. It's not, JavaScript. It's attention to detail. I strongly recommend using a framework. Hell, that's why I built Brickstyler. But attention to detail goes further than just that, just the consistency. It goes in covering when things go wrong. And the biggest thing that goes wrong is your clients are dolts and they're going to write out a link wrong or something, or a page will get changed and the URL, and you get a 404 error. Now, Bricks has a pretty easy way to handle 404 errors, and that's what today's lesson's going to be. So let's go ahead and jump in, all right? Now, you got this sample site that I threw together for yesterday's thing, and let's just give it a bad thing and a bad URL. And, well, it says, whoops, that page is gone. That does nothing. All you're going to do is piss off your customer. They're going to get here and go, what the hell does whoops, that page is gone mean, Instead, you got to let them know. Everybody knows what 404 error pages are now. Now, how do you get a custom 404 error page? Real easy. Let's go back and we'll just go right into the site. And we're going to go bricks, templates, and we're going to add a new template. And we're going to go down to error page. And we'll just call it a 404 page. And we'll go ahead and publish that. And now we'll click edit with Brick. And we can go ahead and create our page. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of a shortcut. I'm going to head over to Brick Spits. And here's an error page. We'll use that one. And we'll just copy it the way it is. And we'll paste it in. And boom. We're done. No, we're not. And here's why we're not done. The biggest problem with the 404 page is that you don't want to lose the user. They came to your site. Now, it is good to give them a home button. I mean, that's always important, right? And in fact, we can style this button so that it looks right. So here we'll go in, we'll give it the primary color, we'll give it a border, I'm using Brickstyler on this site, so I have all my stuff. It's going to be the same all the way across the site. There you go. And I have a default image here. We could pick any image, but we can't pick any image. And this is kind of the reason I'm doing this video. It's easy enough to do this. And here, let me just pick an image. We'll just throw an image in and say, okay, look, it's, just to make sure that it's working, we'll view on the front end, and let's go to the home page, and we will go to a URL that doesn't work, and boom, there's our 404 page. But the problem is, like I'm saying, we need to do a couple of little mental tricks. And the first one is you need to respond to the disappointment. See, somebody came to this page expecting something, and there's that momentary, oh, what I was looking for isn't here. And it's kind of a knee-jerk reaction and a proven fact that, man, people bounce. They're done, So instead, you can use a trick, and stop me if you've heard this one. I'm going to head over to Unsplash. Okay, so we'll use this one, and let's just download that, and we'll come back to our page, and we will change out this image. Now, why did we use a dog? Because the disappointment is going to be counteracted by something cute. It could be a dog, it could be an animal. If it's on brand, that's even better. So, if you're Turtle Wax website, use a turtle, It's something cute. And by the way, proof that this works, Amazon does it. And they don't do it because they really, really love their damn dogs. They do it because it is a way to mitigate the disappointment of a page not there. Now, you also want to always give the go home feature, because you want the people to continue on. So that's basically it for this lesson. I know it's a simple one because it's a simple ass thing to do, but it's something that I want you to know how to do and be aware of how easy it is, which means that you have no excuse not to include it on every one of your sites. Now, if I had a header on this site, it would have been included on this page by default. Now, you may want to do that, or you may want to funnel the person because you don't want to give them kind of jump points all over the place, at which point you would just go in to your header settings and just simply exclude your 404 error page from having the header. Okay, hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next lesson.